Good morning. Welcome to worship with the community of First Unitarian Church of Omaha. I'm Reverend Shari Woodbury, the congregation's minister. Whether you are here in the sanctuary on this first snow of the season, I think, morning, or are watching online anytime this week, I'm glad you've chosen to plug into this community. We come together to worship, which from the Latin means to remember that which is of worth. And so we gather weekly to reground ourselves in our highest values and reconnect as a community. A special welcome to visitors. This congregation is a community of all ages and abilities. It's a community with a rainbow of gender and sexual identities. It's a community of diverse cultural and class backgrounds. We draw from many sources of inspiration and share common liberal religious values. Whoever you may be, we welcome you to bring your whole self into this space. Visitors are invited to fill out a visitor form. If you're here in the pews, it's a yellow form in the hymnal racks. If you're online, you'll find a link to an online form below the service description on YouTube. And of course, anyone can catch past services on our YouTube channel and share those messages and others that touch you with other people. Couple of announcements. First, a note on parking. We're still working through our arrangement with the city since they took over the Midtown parking garage. So if you are using the garage, we're going to be getting a new parking validation machine on site at the church here sooner or later. Meanwhile, you can just let the attendant know as you go out that you're with First Unitarian Church of Omaha, and you should not be charged. Second, about food. Food costs continue to rise, and now SNAP benefits have been on hold. If this has affected your household, please reach out to the church. You can contact the caring team coordinators or me, and we can provide confidential assistance. We have some grocery store gift cards, and we want to get them to anyone who might need some help with food. We affirm that our church occupies the traditional treaty lands of the Omaha and Otoe-Missouri tribal nations, whose sovereignty existed long before the state of Nebraska. We invite everyone to support local causes, charities, and rights of Indigenous peoples. Thank you, Skip, for playing this morning and for that selection from our own Steve Rabine. At this time, I invite forward Walt and Donna to light the flaming chalice. Will you join me in the chalice lighting words? Spark of the Spirit, cupped in earth's embrace, light of love, alive in all creation. As we kindle this flame, we rekindle our connection to the sacred web of life. Words of Annie Dillard. We are here to abet creation and to witness it, to notice each other's beautiful face and complex nature, so that creation need not play to an empty house. I invite you to rise if that feels good in your body and join in singing number 346 in the gray hymnal, Come Sing a Song with Me. Each week, we put into practice our spiritual value of generosity as we take up a community offering. Half of undesignated gifts are donated to a local cause, which resonates with Unitarian Universalist values. If you're online or prefer using your smartphone to donate, you can use the QR code or the link. Our Share the Plate recipient for the month of November is Youth Emergency Services, also known as YES. YES serves homeless and at-risk youth by providing critically needed resources that empower them to become self-sufficient. You can learn more at yesomaha.org. And if you're interested in getting involved in a more hands-on way, we have a team that meets monthly here in the kitchen at the church to make a meal to take to YES, and that's a wonderful way to support those youth. Thank you for giving in a spirit of generosity. Each week, we take time to share joys and concerns from the congregation. When we share those things that are bringing beauty and brightness into our own lives, others can be uplifted with us. And when we share the challenges that we're facing, our community can offer their care, whether it is in very practical ways or in emotional kinds of ways. Colin, what do we have from online or from the back? There's a binder at the back of here it comes, of the sanctuary every Sunday. And thank you, John. And any time up until this moment, you can write a joy or concern in it if you like. Those online can also put one in the chat.
From Lynn Thompson, from Joys and Concerns here. Lynn Thompson reports that she and Tommy have arrived safely in Colorado Springs. Tommy is in a skilled nursing facility, and Lynn will be staying with their daughter Susan and her family. She will send her mailing address for anyone interested. She wants everyone to know that she misses them and wants to stay in touch. She also says she has already made plans to join the local UU church. From Terry Lynn Brewer, saying having minor surgery this Thursday. Please send healing energy. Visitors at my house on Saturdays would be welcome, I think. From Elaine Wells, saying Scott Kemper wanted our church to receive the money from the sale of his house, so a considerable amount will come into our treasury. Now I need some help removing items of use to other people. Please come next Saturday between 10 and 2 or talk with me at coffee hour. And nothing on that.
So thank you, Elaine, for coordinating that. What a generous gift from our now past member, Scott Kemper. And if you have the sort of skills or a little time that you could help go through things in the house and get it ready for a sale, Elaine would love to hear from you. Will you join me in a centering song? You can sing along, or if you prefer, just close your eyes and listen. Spirit of love, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the stream, earth in the land, giving life the shape of justice, roots holding close, we set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. On the wings of this music, I invite you into a time of contemplation. You may wish to check your posture, rest your hands comfortably on your lap. You can close your eyes or not, as feels right for you. We'll rest together in a time of shared silence, which I will end with the sound of the bell. During the quiet, you may wish to bring some recent moment of beauty into your mind's eye and meditate upon it. You might choose to offer up a prayer of gratitude for all the gifts of this good earth. Or you might simply be in your body and breath. Our theme this morning is beauty before me. When I need rest, when I need renewal, when I need a lightening of the spirit, nature is the greatest balm for me. From some of your smiles, I would guess that might be true for others as well. Hence, I have long resonated with these words from the Blessing Way ceremony of the Navajo people. "In beauty all day long may I walk. Through the returning seasons may I walk. On the trail marked with pollen may I walk. With dew about my feet may I walk. With beauty before me may I walk. With beauty behind me may I walk. With beauty below me may I walk. With beauty above me may I walk. With beauty all around me may I walk. In old age wandering on a trail of beauty, lively may I walk. In old age wandering on a trail of beauty, living again may I walk. My words will be beautiful." I returned to the ministry of this congregation a little over a week ago after a 4-month sabbatical. A sabbatical is an extended period of Sabbath or rest and renewal. Time in the beauty of nature was an important part of that renewal for me. I believe most people respond to the ministrations of nature when we allow ourselves to go to her wild sanctuaries. The photos and videos you'll see this morning are all from my beauty walks and other times communing with nature over the past 4 months. Feel free to move closer to the screen if you would like a closer view of the pictures and the video. I hope these visuals, as well as the readings and music, will provide some inspiration and renewal for your own spirit. For we all need beauty. We begin with a gift of music from 2 musicians who are part of our church community, and thank you for sharing that beauty with us.
Let me see the world with clouds. Take me to the world, out where I can push through crowds. Take me to the world, a world that smiles with streets instead of aisles, where I can walk for miles with you. Take me to the world that's real. Show me how it's done. Teach me how to laugh, to feel. Move me to the sun. Just hold my hand whenever we arrive. Take me to the world where I can be alive. Let me see the world that smiles. Take me to the world, somewhere I can walk for miles. Take me to the world, with all around things growing in the ground, where birds that make a sound are birds. We shall see the world come true. We shall have the world. I won't be afraid with you. We shall have the world. I'll hold your hand and know I'm not alone. We shall have the world to keep. Such a lovely world will we. We shall have the world forever.
Hoyt and Skip Ciulla. Beauty is Our Birthright by Rebecca Savage. Sometimes we awake in the morning with a heaviness in our chest. Sometimes we awake in the morning with the endless to-do list rattling through our thoughts, the nagging reminders of what was left undone yesterday, and the pangs of, I have to do it all again today, pinching at our insides. Sometimes we awake in the mornings and we'd rather go back to sleep. We would rather escape under the covers, a rock, the bottom of the closet. And then, the first sliver of sunshine may dance across our face. Beautiful. And then the wafting scent of a new day may glide over us. Beautiful. And then signs of life blossom around us to include inside us. Beautiful. Beauty is our birthright. Just as we are born in love, through love, to love. To nurture beauty is to return to our essence, to touch, taste, and experience creation as beautiful, as the fragile, wonderful, and wild interdependence with the spirit of life, that which is so much greater than ourselves. May beauty wrap and delight us and guide our way. May beauty be yours now and forever. Amen and Ashe. And this is Pleasure is the Point by Adrienne Marie Brown. Pleasure reminds us to enjoy being alive and on purpose. Pleasure, embodied, connected pleasure, is one of the ways we know when we are free. That we always have the power to co-create the world. Pleasure helps us move through times that are unfair, through grief and loneliness, through the terror of genocide, or days when the demands are just overwhelming. Pleasure heals the places where our hearts and spirit get wounded. Pleasure reminds us that even in the dark, we are alive. Pleasure is a medicine for the suffering that is absolutely promised in life. Pleasure is the point. Feeling good is not frivolous. It is freedom. I'm going to show you now the first of 3 visual meditations. There's both audio and visual. Please make yourself comfortable in whatever way works best for you during each of these meditations. This one is from the South Yuba River and the Sierra Mountains of Northern California. Just as you are in your seat, I invite you to join in singing number 83 from the Gray hymnal, Winds Be Still. And always, if you prefer to just listen, that's okay too. The song sheet that you got has the next song we'll sing on it. Does anybody still need a song sheet? I'm good? Okay. The one we're going to do now is on the back side. It's the shorter one, We Hold This Love by Mary Gregolia. We'll do this a number of times. After we're in a groove with it, you may hear Beth kind of take a different entrance and do it as a round. You can join her if you want, or you can stay with me as we begin. Why don't we hear Skip play it through once? Here we go.
We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth. We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth. We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth. We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth. We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth. We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth. We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth.
Last time.
We hold this love in the heart of the earth. This blessing starts in the heart of the earth.
Desert Flowers by Manish Mishra Marzetti. Improbably, the wind-blowed seed found its way here to a long, beautiful stretch of land, but one that was hot, dry, and arid. A spark of life resting in an unprepared desert. Quenching life-giving sustenance, the rain comes and goes, even if infrequently, sometimes only a few drops at a time. And the seed begins to take root. Possibility brought alive. But what life is this amidst the harshness? Pocket mice, rattlesnakes, camel spiders. Danger and inhospitality lurk everywhere. One chance encounter gone wrong could bring death to the seedling. And yet somehow the intrinsic invitation to thrive, to flourish and grow finds a way, even when it is a struggle. Poking gently up from the cracked, parched desert earth, a beautiful pink, 5-petaled Ciulla blooms spectacularly. Improbably. We are those wind-blown seeds. The universe's longing for life, for thriving, for beauty, even when it is against the odds. This is Shoshone Falls in Idaho, once called the Niagara of the West. You wouldn't know it to look at this particular photo. The water is much lower in the autumn. I felt like that too before all my time in nature over recent months. Not completely dry, but certainly running low, reserves all tapped out. Perhaps you've been there. Almost any kind of natural beauty helps to refill my well of vitality and creativity. I don't require exotic scenery. Any kind of water, any kind of plants, any kind of wildlife as a balm for the parched soul. Floating down the Niobrara River in north central Nebraska was an excellent way to downshift. It was the first bit of travel I took during my sabbatical. Literally going with the flow. Floating past red cliffs pocked with swallows' nests. Gliding beside verdant hills and emerald trees. Occasionally passing a mini waterfall where streams poured into the Niobrara. It was July when I met up with 3 generations of family near Valentine, and we lucked out. Our float day was perfect. The air was pleasantly warm, but not too hot. The sky a beautiful blue with thick patches of clouds. The slippery surface of the Niobrara sparkled in waves, undulating. As we slid along the sinewy surface of the river, my own body began to relax. There was nothing to do but chill during the hours of wafting on the water, soaking up the scenery. We pulled ashore partway through our float to walk up to Smith Falls. Perhaps you've been there. At 60-some feet, it is Nebraska's tallest waterfall. The drum of the water cascading down over the rocks and the cold mist spraying on my skin soothed me. This was our teens' favorite part of the trip. "Mom, I feel so alive," she said as she played with her cousin at the bottom of the falls. Nature does that. Beauty does that. It makes one feel more alive. Later in the summer, I would travel in the other direction, east to the far corner of Iowa from here. My best friend from Indiana met up with me at Backbone State Park. Anybody been there? Yeah, it's a different topography up there in northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin. I love mossy, ferny places like that, with rock outcroppings, rock ledges, and crevices you can climb through. Windows in stone and intriguing caves with moss and tiny green plants and fir trees somehow growing on the rocks as creeks burble past below overlooks. That kind of place always gives me a land before time feeling, as if there could be a dinosaur just around the corner, and no such thing as clocks and schedules, no timepiece beyond the sun and moon and seasons that we can sense unfolding before us. The artificial hustle and bustle of modern society and the attention-addicting screens that permeate many of our lives, these run counter to the biological rhythms that put our bodies and spirits at ease. Time and nature can restore one's inward balance. When I am in the woods or by a river or such, I come back home to myself as a creature of the earth. After a few months of rest, study, and reconnecting with loved ones, I felt drawn to a bigger adventure. Partly, I wanted to make the most of the opportunity to visit places I don't usually have the time to get to. I wanted to get farther afield than a neighboring state and immerse myself in beauty that is more unusual to me. Partly, I wanted to reconnect with people in more far-flung places. And partly, I was on a bit of a quest of healing in my own spiritual life. So I ended up taking a 3-week road trip, just me and my car. I drove about 5,000 miles from late September to mid-October, up to Colorado to see my brother, up to Yellowstone, across Idaho and Oregon, then down the San Francisco Bay Area. I spent a week in the Bay Area, catching up with friends I hadn't seen in about 20 years. And then I headed back east through the Sierras, across Nevada and Utah, and the rest of the way home. Along the way, I visited something like 7 national parks, stayed with my brother, visited with 5 UU minister colleagues, all through that loop, and met up with over a dozen other friends during my California week. I am so grateful to have had that time to imbibe all of the beauty and the varied and gorgeous landscapes. And you're seeing glimpses of some of them in the slides this week and last week. I look upon that journey as a pilgrimage. I don't know if you've been on a pilgrimage before. The whole thing felt like sacred time to me, as one with the heart of an earth-centered worshiper. Landscapes shifted from prairie and high plains to mountains of pine and aspen, then arid desert for days. Finally, mountains again, with both volcanic fields and the huge high crater lake, bright blue. Then ocean coast and deep redwood forests darkening my path down the coastal range. After my sojourn in the Bay Area, I left the misty coast and went through the golden Central Valley up into the foothills of the stream-strewn Sierras and across the top of that blue-green range back into desert territory. Now, I'll confess that desert is not my favorite landscape, but there were treasures there too, surprises of beauty. Wind turbines, bright against dark rock hills in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, towering ponderosa pine, the rainbow that hung over one roadside supper in Utah, striking red rock formations. The many days of solitude amidst these varied scenes of grandeur filled up my senses, to quote a John Denver song. This time set apart from ordinary life also lent itself to processing those emotions that can accumulate during busier periods, notably grief. One particular grief propelled me to do this road trip. I visited a community I had been very involved in as a young adult. I'd had a confusing spiritual experience with that community and left with what I now understand was spiritual trauma. Returning to that place 20 years later was a pilgrimage of personal healing, and it was powerful medicine. I felt different upon my return. From my visit to that ashram, I went straight to a nearby beach. I had anticipated the ocean setting would help settle my nervous system. The sand was cold underfoot as I left my shoes behind and walked along the water's edge. Perhaps you can imagine the sensation of that cold sand under your own soles. The cold water on my soles grounded me in my body, and the rhythmic crash of the waves was like a wordless lullaby. I marveled at the hardy plants that thrived amid rock and surf, and saw skeletons of tiny creatures on the sand that evoked the fleeting and precious quality of life as a being on spaceship Earth. Iridescent purple shells were smooth in my fingers. Ancient bits of rock, skeletal remains of marine life, and disintegrated plant matter made up the grains underfoot. The stories those grains of sand could tell would span eons. The evolution and extinction of species, ice ages and meteoric events, human happenings that might or might not still be alive in the oral histories of indigenous peoples, the westward push of colonization that met the ocean there. As I continued down the beach, dogs played in the tide pools, their joy and freedom infectious. I don't know if you've seen dogs playing on the beach. You'd have to be a real Grinch not to smile at dogs playing on the beach. For a while, I also watched a couple of teens catching waves on their boogie boards. They were living in the moment too. And the motions of the water fascinated me. I guess I haven't spent that much time at the ocean's edge. The way the waves roll in and churn the sand, each wave just a little bit different than the one before it. Water clinging to the beach in sheer sheets or slowly dissolving foam. Rivulets carrying tidewater back into the sea. I left the beach feeling as steady and buoyant as the infinite ocean. It had worked its healing magic and imparted some of its fluid power to me. I invite you to return with me to the ocean now. This video is a little longer. You can notice what comes up for you, perhaps release any feelings your body may be holding, or simply let the sea be your companion for a few minutes as the sound of the waves carries you. Find your song sheet again. See what I did with mine. We're going to sing through this song on Lou once, Lou, 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 and so on, just so you can get the melody in your ear, and then we'll sing the 2 verses as written. In the Teal hymnal, number 1052, let's do just the first verse of The Oneness of Everything.
Never
This is Life Before Death by John Muir. We find in the fields of nature no place that is blank or barren. Every spot on land or sea is covered with harvests, and these harvests are always ripe and ready to be gathered, and no toiler is ever underpaid. Not in these fields. God's wilds. Will you ever hear the sad moan of disappointment? All is vanity. No, we are overpaid 1,000 times for all our toil, and a single day in so divine an atmosphere of beauty and love would be well worth living for. And at its close, should death come, without any hope of another life, we could still say, "Thank you, God, for the glorious gift," and pass on. Muir goes on. Indeed, some of the days I have spent alone in the depths of the wilderness have shown me that a mortal life beyond the grave is not essential for perfect happiness. For these diverse days were so complete, there was no sense of time in them. They had no definite beginning or ending, and formed a kind of terrestrial immortality. After days like these, we are ready for any fate, pain, grief, death, or oblivion, with grateful heart for the glorious gift as long as hearts shall endure. In the meantime, our indebtedness is growing ever more. The sun shines, and the stars, and new beauty meets us at every step in all our wanderings. Our last shorter video meditation continues in the redwoods. If you listen closely, you might hear the sound of the falling needles. The last reading I share with you is titled The Journey, a poem by Mary Wellmeyer. It's a pilgrimage, like a trek around Mount Kailash or perhaps Bodh Gaya, but it's life itself, the whole thing, every moment. On the high passes of Mount Kailash, pilgrims hope for a kind of death, a rebirth of the spirit. And it's not a bad thing to go there, do that, if time and money allow. But what of this journey of every day? And what can we learn from the pilgrims there? They, lightheaded in the altitude, gasping in amazement at the alteration of clear, bright sunlight and wind-blown snows amid the vast, craggy highlands and steep, worn paths. It seems to me a wind blows here from Mount Kailash or somewhere. And so we pilgrims of sidewalk and parking lot are sometimes taken unawares, not so much by the wind-blown snows as by the apples in the supermarket or sunshine through trees next to the school. We gasp in amazement, lifted from our everyday selves for no reason at all. Let it be a pilgrimage each day, and may our journeys all be blessed. I invite you to rise, if it feels good in your body, for our closing song, number 163, For the Earth Forever Turning.
For the skies forever
Blessed is the sky and all that is warm and filled with light. Blessed is the air and all that is open and free. Blessed is the earth, all that is steady and firm. Blessed is the sea and all that is hidden and deep. Go in beauty, friends.